Welcome back, guys, to Final Fantasy XVI, where last episode we set out with Jill to make some purchases at Northreach for a coating to deal with Mid's shielding problem that allowed the creation of the thermal displacement stack, learning that she needed to make 3 more with her friends in Canberra as new side quests appeared. We started with Blacksmith's Blues too, as Blackthorn was lost in thought yet again over the sharpest blade he had ever seen, leading us to set out on its trail to ask its new owner about it, only to learn that it and his money had been stolen. After reclaiming everything to be paid with knowledge and a special Weststone to finish the quest, we have now begun a quest for bones, with Torgal off his usual treats. The mines will actually see me. Camera plus directions equals bad.
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
That's a lot of normal antelopes first. Yep, there were 33.
I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal?
Well, the antelope's winning. The antelope's really winning. But they're just coming from behind the other ones. Help, the antelopes are kicking my ass.
Stay down.
Oh, Torgal's getting stuck in by the look of it already. Groups of enemies. They're troublesome, aren't they?
No. Will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
And we're taking all 5 of these, right? Not just one bone. We're not just taking one bone out of all of that. We need to take them all back, have stocks for our poor dog. Otherwise, we're just going to keep having to hunt the wildlife and kill a lot of them for one bone. RPGs and their drop rates, yeah? RPGs and their drop rates.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
Only one there's 5, okay. Because I'm sure we should get more than... They've got more than 5 legs. Well, as a group. We're doing the math again. Short of slaying a behemoth for a curl, a bison, a minotaur, and adamantoise, one would be hard-pressed to find a larger leg bone. If this does not satisfy Torgal's ancestral hunger, chances are nothing will.
You can, aye. I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Really, we need, like, we should be getting, we fed one, but they mainly the back legs and not the front legs after all, so 9 should have been brought back. Oh well. Maybe I crispy fried on them too much. Maybe Torgal would like it fried.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one Eikon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the Eikons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Gets to take on all the powers. Torgal's also cheating like we are. Hey, level 37. Two levels really mean much though. Caval's Fang slightly increases Torgal's attack potency. Even a legendary king surrounded by the realm's greatest knights and blessed by the very heavens would have found himself hard-pressed to unite the warring tribes of ancient Valisthea. Unfortunately, he had the help of his fine and trusty hound, Cabal. Thank you, Tomes, Lawsman. I go by many names. Right, so one last missive-based quest. Torgal's completely perked up now. Good to see.
Crack the crystal too.
Wonder if like these powers that he's near is gonna like affect his design even more. It's probably more a thing about its original design. Off the record. I was thumbing through the Hideaway legends at Otto's behest and might have come across something that might need your attention. Maybe, and by that I mean immediately. You know where I'll be.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
It's probably bigger than you think then. We're at the point where the side quests are a little bit more than just straight up side quests for the most part now. We've established enough of the game and the world and the setting that we can put quests upon quests.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Really? That's a ship. Let's sail it around the lake.
Wouldn't try it. Bad times.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh.
Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the Hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the Hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are.
A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
Nice knowing you. Can I just sell the star rubies myself? I mean, you don't need them for anything, surely. Also, I kind of slightly understand how Martha can have... I mean, the dame can have that much money, but Martha's Rest doesn't seem like it should be flooded with cash or have enough cash to loan out 5 mil, but then what is 5 mil? There's some countries where 5 mil barely means anything. Compared to what 5 mil is over here.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
One of 3 brilliant gemstones acquired and set aside by Sid for a rainy day. Otto now deems that day to have arrived and wishes to use the rubies to pay off 3 outstanding debts to Lady Karen, Martha of Martha's Rest, and Isabel of the Vale.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the Hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the Hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do.
I feel like I'm being sent out as the face also to charm. Who could send this pretty face away? Do you know what I mean? We're using our looks. We're using our looks. Let's face it.
There's talk that the glass gate flood has...
Citizens are free to come and go as they please. Checkpoint's open to all.
Wow, you sound really unhappy about it.
When the throne moved south, most of any sense followed.
I mean, I'll find 2 rotting corpses back here.
The gates to Heaven Hall in the area were breached by someone. Or something. The steward was in town earlier looking for men to come and repair it. But no one was keen to help.
It? What this about?
I want to see you again tonight. But the captain's late with our pay.
It's all right. I'll be waiting.
What am I going to do without sweet water and oil of talc?
Still no caravan from the Dominion's perfumeries yet, then?
Oil of talc?
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
That was the point I
I
turned.
want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
Give my regards to Otto, and tell him I do so miss his visits.
Duty. Otto seems to do pretty well. We learn more about our characters, of their backstories and motivations through these quests, of course. As it should be. I bet Carol was like, yeah, get out of here. It's the funny thing about it.
Told me she was building
For the others, we could have maybe, like, asked them to sell it and got another 5 mil back or something. No, we just gave them the interest, fine. I'm too stingy for that.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
So in the end, we ended up having to do it all anyway. Okay. Let Clive the Charmer give away all our money.
Lady Karen, Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
That makes sense.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
We're making back 15 mil then? Maybe?
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy soul couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
Huh. I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died? 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we sat up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone. I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the Hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Well, that was a nice one. That was deeper than you'd have expected. Sid's goblet has been obtained. According to Otto, Sid never once washed his goblet, despite using it every day for both wine and small beer. I won't have it said that I'm a poor host, yeah. Have we washed it now? Don't dare to think what. There's bread inside that, you know what I mean? It's been another 5 years after all without, like, alcohol in it. Not to ruin a touching moment or anything.
When it comes to boyish charm, Goops has an indomitable rival in Gav. One is the sweet little babe in arms to be cooed over. The other, the naughty little boy who'd pull on my pigtails.
How many pigtails? Maybe the alcohol sanitized it. That's what I'm saying. It's been 5 years since.
Well, that's it then. I'm buggered.
Are you sure you're buggered?
Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you were mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bunging a solution you want splitting, and it'll separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. Alright, why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
Alright. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly.
And good hunting, eh?
I don't know if I want to go fight a Bomb King exploding and all that. Thank you, no. That is not my ideal of a good time. Use the hunt board to locate the Bomb King. So there was another hunt in this section.
Some help tidying up that birch.
It was just hidden behind a quest too, and this isn't unlocked, so... Was there a bomb I need? What was it I needed for Excalibur? Ask about bomb sightings, eh? Are you on the hunt for a Bomb King, Kubo? So I have a billet that might interest you. It's a B rank. A curse breaker aimed for the Imperial Chase took a wrong turn into a nearby wood, within which she discovered the ruins of a fallen airship, and within them, a beast akin to a great ball of fire that chased her screaming from the grove. The soldier later identified the creature in an almanac of echoes, but was firm in her insistence that the bomb she saw was near 10 times the size of the one depicted therein. Okay then. Where was it? Anyway, actually, I didn't actually look at... I read the thing and I didn't look at the details of the location. South of Sorrowwise Rosaria. Rosaria is top left. Yes. Sorrowwise. Serpent Scale. Lost Plume. Quicksand. Silken Strand. South of Sorrowwise, so probably more like Glaymont Abbey lower area. It seems like the Old Ill Docks might be the quickest way via Riddick's Jump. I imagine. I don't really want to fight this though. Big exploding bombs. There's the grave they made from them.
The victims at the Viceroy's culling have been buried, but they will not be forgotten. We Guardians won't let this happen again.
They killed everyone. Took everything.
Not everything. You still have your life, and it's up to you to decide what you do with it.
Sorry that I A, wasn't there in time, and B, it kind of happened because I existed. It's one of those, it's not my fault, but moments, isn't it? Well, the Croc Sambrek, I guess that's the point. Didn't take me straight to the hunt entry. You do have to scroll to it. Damn it! I didn't get the wrong place at all. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm practically perfect in every way. What's the Croc then? The Croc. Is Sambrek. Well, I have no clue where Croc is. Advent, Lawrence, Knock. Rigor's Weep. Is there a section I haven't been to? Oh, that could be it. Definitely a section I haven't been in yet. I just thought me talking to the Moogle about where the blooming thing was would take me directly to it. Not like the normal hunt board entry, otherwise there's no point in there being the entry. I mean, that was my process of thought.
Good girl.
Why add the UI element to talk about that if it's not actually going to do anything? Obviously, to make sure that I don't do anything. I don't even know where the croc is. So there's a left here that we've not taken, ever. Down the Imperial Chase. And that leads us to the croc. It's a town down here or something.
That'll do, girl.
Or at least an abandoned settlement that looks like a gigantic boss fight area in the first place. Nothing here at the moment, granted, but there's either a quest or a monster here at some point in time, right? Okay, this is like perfect battle arena material. Little did I know I was wasting my time before. I'll never trust it again. Oh, it's sleeping. Someone already killed it. Well, we finally found the Bomb King. Took a bit.
What we have here? Greetings, Your Majesty.
Well, I've kind of missed my kit for the coronation now. Don't want to stand in your fire, that's for certain. Stop moving around so much. We can't even stagger it. Oh, petit aura blues. Hey, well, Bomb Babe or whatever you were called. Seems you've gone all the way through me. What do you want me to do with that information? Ow! It's an interesting method of attack you were going with there. I was gonna say, I think I can beat you before you blow up.
To me, boy.
What King's Justice?
Nice try. Titan!
Ooh, double coronation, triple coronation, quadruple coronation. I'm the king now. Bomb Ember. Figuratively, the smoldering soul of a bomb given life by unknown magics. Literally a very hot rock. Fortunately, there are myriad uses for such a thing, obtained by defeating the Bomb King.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. I should probably have brought a bucket.
Wait, you didn't bring anything?
This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more.
Are we really just gonna jam it in our pocket? Yeah.
I should do it. If a wine needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
Yeah, hopefully the bomb ash can go well with pocket lint. I don't know. Just non-existent pockets, what, on his tight-fitting leather chaps?